Hello everyone, it's Diego Doom here, coming to you with another review, and today I'll be reviewing S.H. Figuarts Barnaby Brooks Jr. from the show Tiger and Bunny. Okay, let's start with the box. So the Barnaby Brooks Jr. box, it's pretty much standard what you would expect from the S.H. Figuarts lines as it pertains to Tiger and Bunny, because their boxes are done substantially nicer than, like, say, some of the Kamen Rider boxes and everything, so they're very nice, very cool. But it's all what you've come to expect as far as you have the clear window here that displays the figure. You have an image of Barnaby here on the right in his suit. On the left you have an image of Barnaby here in his regular form without his suit. Then you have the Tiger and Bunny logo, the Bandai logo, the Tamashii Nations logo, Barnaby Brooks Jr. here on the side in that nice pink. You have Barnaby here standing on the side, standing strong, standing tall. Very nice, very nice. Then here on the back you have Barnaby in several different poses. You have him in his kicking pose here. Sorry about that, all that auto-focusing. Let's use that. Okay. And you have him standing here, I guess looking majestic, pretty cool. The Super Rookie Barnaby Brooks Jr. Then you have Barnaby Brooks here, a drawing of him, if you can see that pretty well. Very nice and very cool. And you have his sponsorship, the Apollon Media, if I'm saying that correctly. So it's a very nice, very cool, very well done box. Very impressed. On the bottom here you have your distribution and your UPC codes. And then on the left side of the box, once again, it's Barnaby Brooks Jr. and the artwork spills over to the side, so it's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to Barnaby's accessories. So Barnaby comes with about 5 accessories. He has a pair of hands, his good luck mode leg or foot, however you want to say that. He has an extra gauntlet cover, and then he has his Tamashii Nation stand. So first let's look at Barnaby's hands. So Barnaby comes with just one set of hands, and it's his displayed open hands. These are very nice, very neat. Let's see if we can get some focus there. Very nice, very neat. Painted wonderfully, sculpted beautifully, very nice. You have the black here in the knuckles. You have a darker pink, it seems, on the inside of the hands. Very nice, very well sculpted. And these peg in like your standard S.H. Figuarts figures, where it's just a ball joint peg in here. Easy swap in, easy swap out. Very nice, very cool. Barnaby's next accessory, he has extra gauntlet guards, because in the show, later on, he is sponsored by Amazon, which is the other gauntlet I have on, because initially it comes attached with these 2 Crusade gauntlets, and from what I've read and heard, that Crusade is, I guess, the company who sponsors the card game that's based off of Tiger and Bunny. So initially you'll have the 2 Crusade gauntlets on, and then what you have in the end, which is what I've already placed on the figure, he has his Amazon co.jp, so pretty much Amazon Japan sponsorship on his arm. So it's very nice, very neat, very cool. Okay. And then what we have, Barnaby's next accessory is his good luck mode foot or leg, however you want to say that. It's very nice, very cool, very very nice attention to detail here. You can see some of the mechanical workings here in the shin area. Sorry about some of the blemishes and everything on this. Very cool, the bottom of the feet. Very nice. It does have some articulation here, so you can move the ankle here about this much, and then the upper part with the knee, so that comes down a little bit. And to my surprise, you might be able to consider this double jointed, maybe, maybe not. Probably not. I don't think so. Nope, it is double jointed. So that's pretty cool. The more you know. That is very, very cool. I did not know it was double jointed. I would only bent it so far. But this is just a solid piece of plastic. It's not die cast or anything. But it's very nice nonetheless. If it was die cast, that would have been even nicer. You also have this articulation here for this piece on the foot. So it's pretty cool. It kind of goes with the ankle. So it's pretty nice and neat if you want to articulate that separately. But this is a very nice feature. It represents his good luck mode well. I think it's nice and neat. And also you can have some swivel movement here, side to side. It's pretty cool. So this is Barnaby's good luck mode, foot or leg, however you want to call it. And then finally, Barnaby comes with his own stand, just like all the other SH Figuarts Tiger and Bunny releases. And Barnaby's stand is a pinkish red, maybe a light red color. It's not absolutely true to the form on his suit, but that's just fine. And here you have Barnaby Brooks Jr., Barnaby Brooks Jr. again. In case you didn't know, in the show, Barnaby Brooks Jr. doesn't have a superhero name. He just goes with the name his parents gave him. So he is who he is in the show, so it's pretty cool. So you have his name here. You have the Apollon Media here, his sponsor. And then once again, this is just another Tamashii Nation stand with the clips. So very cool, very nice, very neat. You know, standard. I think Bandai and the SH Figuarts line have done very well, staying true to form. So let's start with the top. So Barnaby Brooks Jr. looks very cool. The nice blue in his eyes from his suit. You know, he has the fins here, and these are plastic and they're fairly sharp. You definitely want to be careful about laying this figure, letting them drop, because these tips, I have a feeling, probably can bend or possibly break, or at the worst, you know, worst case slash best case scenario, you might get like one of those little plastic heat strips in the tips or something like that. So just be careful about when you're placing him. So with Barnaby's head articulation, he can move his head forward and back. Much like Wild Tigers, he'll either be looking, you know, down or straight ahead. He can turn his head slightly to the left, slightly to the right. You know, his neck articulation is a little bit limited, but it's not a big deal. It's fine. So onto his shoulders, he has these nice pink translucent shoulder pads, which are pretty cool. They don't have any branding like Wild Tigers, but they're very nice in their own. And you know, these are articulated, so you raise these if you want some extra arm motion. Okay, onto the arms, some very cool sculpting going on here, and very nice attention to detail, very noticeable and everything. Very cool. Then as far as his articulation here, he can turn. I think you can do a 360 with this, but once again, you know, I don't really want to do that. If you can do it, that's perfect, but we don't need to turn it that much. So in the elbows here, he does have his double jointed elbows. It's very nice, very cool. It's nice in there, very good flex. Then you have Barnaby's fists here. Then you have his gauntlets here with the logo. This right here on this side, you have his Crusade logo. Let's see if we get some focus on that. Have the Crusade logo here, so it looks very nice, very cool, and it's a clear, so you can kind of see the inner workings underneath. Then in Barnaby's waist area, he has his upper chest can tilt and move, so that's pretty cool right there. Very nice. Okay, and then in Barnaby's hip area, you can pull down the leg just like on Wild Tiger. Pull it down for some extra kick. Now the joints on his hips are pretty tight, so, and I would suggest everyone be careful with these hips on these figures, because I've seen images of people who have kind of overextended these joints or haven't been all that careful, and the legs snap off, so just be aware of that. So we'll move on to Barnaby's legs. Very nicely done, great paint applications as far as I can see, very nice, very cool. He does have his double jointed knee action going on like Wild Tiger, so you got a nice range of motion here. On to the ankles. You can have a slight swivel from side to side. I guess it's just the way his legs have been made, or his feet have been made with his suit. But as a whole, you just have that standard up-down motion. And you also have some slight, ever so slight toe articulation, if you can see that there. Very slight. So it's pretty neat, pretty cool. We have little track poses or something like that. Okay, very cool. Then on the back of Barnaby, also in the shoulders, you have this up and down articulation, so it gives you extra range of movement here. But on the back of Barnaby, he has these fully articulated boosters here, and they're covering the same translucent plastic as on his shoulders. You can kind of see the inner workings here of his boosters. Let's see if we can. So they're very nice, and they're fully articulated. So it's a nice detail feature, so it's pretty cool. So, as a whole, Barnaby Brooks Jr. is a very nice figure. I highly recommend it. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate how to attach Barnaby Brooks Jr.'s Good Luck Mode leg. Now, this is a tricky and somewhat of a frightening process because at times it seems like you might break the figure, a lot more so than with Wild Tiger. And it's because this is very dependent on the hip joint. It can get a little bit unnerving, but you just have to be kind of firm and careful about it at the same time. So here, Barnaby Brooks Jr., the leg attaches on the right leg here. And what you have to do is you'll notice that you just pull, the easiest way to go about it is just pull down the leg as far as you can here. Let's see if we can get it to focus in a little bit. Pull it down as far as you can, which is about like here. You'll notice there's a huge difference in the left side versus the right side here, viewing from the camera. And then what you want to do is you just want to pull down as hard, not as hard as you can, but kind of give it some sort of support here, and just pull down here with a lot of the pressure and force here in the upper part of the joint, and you'll see. So let me have that focus in. We're going to pull this off. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So it's very tough, and it's a little bit unnerving to pull this off because you honestly feel like you might break the hip joint, and that's my only concern with the figure. But I assume the more you do it, the the easier it is to swap out the legs. But at the end, no matter how many times you do it, it always seems to be a scary process. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So just pull. And you see it's pretty tough. And that pops right off. So, but you noticed I got pretty lucky because I had practiced this a couple of times before I shot this, and it was taking me absolutely forever, and I actually separated the the shin part from the thigh, which was kind of crazy, but we finally got it. So you'll notice here that the peg joint for Barnaby's leg is like so, just a simple peg here. Pretty cool, pretty neat, pretty ingenious. And always kind of check in, I guess you want to call it the crotch area, make sure you don't have any heat strips, because that's a good telltale sign that it might break soon. So just do be careful about that if you're swapping out the leg. So let's go ahead and attach the Good Luck Mode leg here. And we have the Good Luck Mode leg here, and it fits very nice, just like so. Just push it right in there. And it's it's a lot easier to attach than Wild Tiger's arm as far as movement. So you just push that in, hold it right. Let's see, there we go. Clicks right in. So this is Barnaby Brooks Jr. with his Good Luck Mode leg. Pretty cool, very nice. You can pull that down just as if you had his standard leg attached. So that's pretty cool. You have your movement here. Got that double jointed action going on, so that's very cool. So it's a very neat accessory. Very cool, very cool. Pretty awesome. So this concludes the review for SH Figuarts Barnaby Brooks Jr. I highly recommend this figure for anyone who's a fan of the show Tiger and Bunny, and anyone who's a fan of the SH Figuarts line itself. It's great. It's a great purchase. It's a great product and a great figure, and I don't see where you could go wrong with this. So this is it. This has been another review by Diego Doom. Thank you for watching, and please comment, subscribe, and like the video below. Thank you.